4:30 in the morning, and my cat decided that we are now awake. So, due to genuine boredom, let's try to make an art vlog or something. I don't know. I don't know how YouTube works. It'll be fun. Stinky, stop trying to eat my plants. I'm half asleep. Should I take that out of the recording? I'll leave it in the recording. So I have this YB doll I'm working on, and I have a book bag I'm making. So those are two things I might be working on in this video. I might be working on something else. I have no idea. But that's a thought I wanted to put in there now. Also, I have a fan going on full blast. I do not feel like turning it off because I like having the fan on. It is late. So I'm going to keep it on. Sorry if that affects audio quality. And yeah, I guess I'll just film myself painting the bag and sewing it, because why not? I have to find my little tripod guy, though, because why are you chewing plastic? I have to sew these bits up, and I have to go around. I'm probably going to do like an embroidery thread for the bottom. This is a pocket, that's where this is going. This has to be painted with more flowers, which, oh, hi kitty, hi, hello. So that will probably be done off camera, just because that's a lot easier for me. Hi, the cat says hi. But yeah, so this was originally a pocket on the fabrics. I'm using jean scraps. So what I'm likely gonna do is, hi, yeah, okay, I'm probably gonna paint this with flowers and stuff and give it a design. Girly, I am doing something, ma'am. I am doing something here. And I have to just finish sewing up these sides. I accidentally put my tension on my sewing machine, like the length of my stitches. Tension and length are different things. On a 4 instead of a 2, so the stitches are kind of like loose. It's not like they'll fall out, but they just, if you look through them, they kind of look see-through. See? So I will just attempt to fix that and sew these up, since I had to give these leeway for stitching and everything, and adding the little tassel guys through. So that is what we are doing. This is how the pocket's looking. It's gonna fold right about here, so the flower will be slightly cut off, but that's my fault. This is me just sewing up the unfinished edges that I left open to put the loops through. And now this footage is just me sewing the fabric liner for the inside of the bag. Here I decided to sew part of the liner into the bag. Not all the way, so that when I add the straps, because it's a backpack, the front pocket, I can put my hand through it and be able to stitch in the back and not stitch onto the liner, because I feel like that would look bad. And yeah, I just pinned that in place so that it wouldn't go all over the place. And my cat, she was very cute. I put her next to me, so we were distantly cuddling, I suppose. And while I was sewing, I was just watching Coraline on my TV. It was very fun. I actually noticed in the scene where the other mother gives Coraline the cake that says "Welcome Home," she's not eating anything, and the only thing I ever saw the other mother eat was those cocoa beetles, which is very interesting because the other father was stuffing his face and Coraline was eating, but the other mother didn't. And she eats. I know she eats the souls of children, but it's very interesting that she wasn't eating the, like, food in front of her. Or I suppose it's not. Now here I'm just sewing the... Yes, it's the front pocket. The sewing machine wasn't working for some reason, so I just hand sewed the inside liner for the pocket. And then in this footage, I'm just sewing that into the... I suppose you could say the outside of the pocket. I was having so many issues sewing this, and I sewed it wrong like 3 times. So I'm just going to continue sewing that off camera. And then, because it's supposed to have a zipper, you can see in this section I had to cut it off because I completely sewed it wrong. But yeah, you get the gist of what I'm doing here. So the pocket was sewn together, and I got the zipper on. Now I'm just embroidering these little stitch bits right here, and then I'm probably going to embroider stitch this onto the actual bag, make it look nice. I might actually do like a mossy embroider that I've been seeing on like cardigans and bags and such, because I think that would look really cool. So I might put some footage of that into this video. I'm plugged in to charge, so please excuse the cord. I sewed on the pocket. I painted on these bits for the moss, and I embroidered a bit. This is a separate pocket from this bit. I added a little bit of a keychain dangly bit, so it's easier to pull this off. And this was sewed on loosely, just because I thought that looked nice. It's pretty secure, this is not falling off, and yeah, so this is the side. And then this will have some stuff coming off of it. I'll probably film myself making that. Over my camera, so I just finished the rest of the charm on my own. I added this little clasp bit, and I like it quite a lot. I'm thinking of maybe adding a tiny drawstring bag on this. That might be cute. I don't know though. We'll see. I might just add more charms. But yeah, this is what it looks like so far. I like it so far. Oops. Shaky. I like it so far. And I think the moss details are looking pretty cool. How this section of the bag is turning out. Excuse me. I accidentally stabbed myself with the needle kind of deep, and this is actually a gift, so I put a band-aid on, but I didn't get any blood on anything, luckily. But yeah, so this is how it's looking. These are the beads. This is, I think, a shell of some sort that was cut into a bead. This is a little bottle with oil and water in it. This is actually pink highlighter, and when you shake it up, it makes little bubbles, and it looks pretty cool, kind of like a lava lamp. It's all just attached to this little guy. So yeah. These cute little mushrooms I made a while ago, and I feel like it looks really nice on that front pocket with the moss. So I added them. They're like little pins, they have little needle bits in the back. So when I push these on, there's little hot glue tabs, and they work just basically like a brooch, and they're in place. I think it looks really cute. Try to get it in focus. There we go. All I really have left is the straps for the bag. Maybe some more pockets, we will see. And then the top of the bag, which I actually want to make like a leaf pattern, look like a leaf, because I think that'll look really cool. I don't know if I'm going to add a zip up here, or if I'm just going to add like a Velcro. I lost my Velcro somehow, I cannot find it. Or maybe like a button right here. I do not know, we will see. But that is essentially what we have left for this bag. So I'm adding this nice dark jean. Again, these were given to me because they no longer fit someone, and I use basically all of the scrap fabric. So, Kitty, what are you doing? My cat's being a menace. But yeah, so we will see how that looks, and I will then stitch or embroider some patterns, maybe with the sewing machine, maybe with an embroidery needle, we will see. And yeah, that's what this is looking like. Oops! As of right now, I am just cutting the leaf flap for the top of the bag. I prepped my sewing machine, and I measured for this. This pant leg is actually perfect, so I'm probably just gonna sew this inside out and then put that on here. It would be lovely. This bit's already sewn together, which is great for me because then I don't have to sew it. And yeah, so I'm just cutting this. I lost my fabric scissors. I don't know how I managed to do that. So I am using these tiny, tiny blunt, like, you can hear it. I use this normally for, like, thread, or if I'm cutting clay, because they're so blunt. This is basically like a butter knife. But I don't know where I put my fabric scissors somehow, so this is what we're working with, and I will slowly but surely make my way down here, just tiny cut at a time. Surprisingly though, it does cut fabric great. Does not cut thread very well. This is gonna take me ages, oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll make an update when I'm done with this. It took me absolutely forever. But we got it cut. I have it inside out now. I'm thinking, pattern-wise, I'm just going to leave this like that and do it like as if the leaf was halfway or just starting when this part of the bag starts. So I will sew this way to make like a, oh goodness, I'm still sick, so my voice is dying. Please excuse that. But I will make a half oval shape, pointy arrow shape in a way, and then I will flip it inside out and sew the leaf patterns. Oh my goodness, my voice is dead. Oh goodness. That probably didn't even catch myself in the beginning. I just want to goodness, I'm out of breath. This is what you get for recording and being sick, I swear. I want to record me actually sewing because I speed up the videos 16 times. So, this is like denim, this is jeans, and if I sew as fast as it seems like I'm sewing, my needle will break because this has a lot of layer, and so this is how fast I actually sew. Away from the needle, baby. You're so good about this most of the time. Come on, honey. Be careful, okay? Sorry, I'm blocking the needle. I don't want my cat getting her foot underneath it. Okay, honey. I will remove you from the premises if I feel like you need to be removed. Do you want to be part of this? Or do you want to be relocated? Okay, thank you, honey. Okay. Okay, come here. Let's turn off the machine. There you go. Move, honey. You cannot have a spool of thread. You cannot have a spool of thread. No, you cannot eat it. Cannot eat it. Don't look at me like that. Go play or sleep or whatever you want to do. Just stay away from the sewing machine. I've taught you well. You're very well behaved. You're just putting on a show for camera. I swear. Put it out. Okay. So, I'm gonna remove the needle now. Just make sure that the fabric's nice and straight. Sometimes I don't actually finish sewing. So, when you finish an edge, if you don't know how to sew, you go over it a couple times so that the thread doesn't come apart, or else the thread will come apart. I also, if it's in the inside like this is going to be, I like to leave the tassels because that will allow seam space when it's like moved, as you can see. So fabric is naturally stretchy. My thread is not. So when I sew fast sometimes, or just sew in general, sometimes the fabric bunches up. So sometimes I won't finish that edge and I'll pull tightly. Lightly. If you pull tightly, that's gonna rip the thread. And I've done that countless times already just on this project. So this is what the other side looks like. And as you can see, we have that edge here, we have that edge here. And it just allows some room. Now, if you are sewing on the outside of a project, you don't really want these massive tassels. So what I do is, I will cut them close to, but I will first stretch the piece as far as the fabric can go, and allow as much seam room on it without making the thread look bunchy or have loops in the back. Very difficult to explain if you have not seen it before. But yeah, now I'm just going to cut this excess bit off and then add the, but I feel like you know what I'm talking about, the leaf details, sure, the veins, there we go, it's veins, wow. I've run into a couple problems. For some reason, the sewing machine will not keep stitches in, which happens sometimes, but it's very frustrating. And this thread is too thin. It doesn't look very nice on here. It's black counted. Yeah, I should use like white or something, but it just did not give that contrast I wanted. It's a big leaf. The middle line should be a big vein, leaf vein. I think that's the word. I could be using a completely different wrong word. Ooh, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna pretend I said that correctly. But yeah, so I like the size. I just want it to, you know, look nice. And I already have embroidery on here, so I suppose it won't hurt to add some more. I think it will look nice. This bit looks a little weird to me. I don't know why it's looking like that, but it's alright, I suppose. And then this bit's nice and lined up. I'll have to hand sew this part onto the back of the bag, so I will do that later. But yeah, I might film myself doing the embroidery. This is kind of how the embroidery is looking. Just in green leaf bits. And my cat came to say hi. She's purring very loudly. What is that? What's on your forehead, baby? Did you get into something? But yeah, she's being cute. The bag's going well. Here's some cat content. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but she's purring very loudly right now. I don't know if I should have it sideways like this, if that looks cuter, or if I should make it in the middle like this. I kind of think sideways looks better. Yeah, I kind of like it better on the side. And it shows off those cute little mushrooms. Open it like this. I think that looks better. I think I'm gonna do that. I did it. So, this is how the bag's turning out. It's stitched, and I even added a pocket back here so that if there's knickknacks, you could stick them in here, which I think is pretty neat. Yeah. All I have left are the straps. It's actually the day after from the video before this. All I have left are straps, and then we're done, and I will just show off the bag, I suppose.